Hello everyone, I am back for another video. So I know it's been a while, but the last few months have been really insane with my kids getting sick every other week with some type of flu, bacterial infection, viral infection, like everything you can possibly think of. And obviously the holidays were super crazy as well. But you know what? Things are settling down and I am back in 2023, and today I will be taste testing a new keto dessert company that I found out about. It is called Gourmet Desserts, and I am also going to be seeing what this does to my blood sugar. Now, this company claims that its desserts are for those who are gluten-free, diabetic, keto, calorie counting, etc. And they say right on their website, everyone deserves to treat themselves and not feel guilty or ashamed after. That's what our guilt-free desserts are for. They'll keep you on track instead of totally derailing you. Now, one of the biggest struggles that I feel like comes with insulin resistance is I have this huge fear of eating desserts and just wondering what it's going to do to my blood sugar. Now, not that that fear ever stops me from eating desserts, as you guys have seen in my past videos, but I would love to have a blood sugar friendly option that has no impact on my blood sugar, and this company is claiming that these desserts are exactly that. So I'm really excited to jump in and give these a try. So looking on their website, you can see that they have so many different varieties of desserts and cookies. Now, I bought these cookies at Costco. I believe that Gourmet Desserts was doing their Costco Roadshow through California, which is where I found out about the company to begin with. And if memory served me correctly, I paid $15.99 for 6 cookies, which puts each cookie at a little bit over $2.50, which, for a cookie this size, as you can see next to my face, pretty sizable cookie. And if it actually tastes good and is blood sugar friendly, then I would be more than willing to shell out the $2.50. Now, I did have a little bit of sticker shock when I went onto their website because it looks like the cheapest cookie that they have retails for a little bit under $6. And it looks like they sell their cookies in packs of 6. So you wouldn't just be paying the $6, you would be paying the $36 or the $37, which I feel like is quite expensive. And I don't think that that price point makes the cookies very accessible for kind of the general population. But you know what? I will leave that decision up to you. It might be totally worth it for you if, again, they taste good and they're blood sugar friendly. Maybe that's something that you can prioritize in your budget. All right, so I'm going to be trying 3 cookies out today. I have the chocolate chip one. I have the peanut butter, which I already broke up into pieces here to do the taste test, so I'm not showing you that. And then I also got the whoopie pie, which comes in half cookies. So I have those 3 that I'm going to be trying today. Now let's take a quick look at the macros and ingredient list here. So it looks like the base of these cookies are all almond flour, coconut flour, and sweetened with a combination of erythritol and monk fruit. They all contain eggs, nuts, and dairy. So for those of you with food allergies, just beware of that. But what really caught my eye was the fiber count on these cookies. So 9 grams for the chocolate chip, 15 grams for the peanut butter, and a whopping 19 grams of fiber for the whoopie pie. And that's just for one cookie, which is really, really great. So a lot of fiber intake as you're eating these cookies. Now let's start off with the chocolate chip. Now what I'm gonna do is the nutrition facts gives me the serving size as 1 cookie. So what I'm gonna do again is I'm just gonna eat enough of each of these cookies to form 1 cookie to see what it does with my blood sugar. Now, let's not forget that I have to check my fasting glucose before we get started on this experiment. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I had like the tiniest bit of breakfast around, I wanna say 8 o'clock this morning. It is now 11:22. So basically my blood sugar should be back to baseline. And typically, if I'm gonna have a cookie, I'm not gonna eat it on an empty stomach. But for the purpose of this experiment, because again, the company is claiming that the cookie is, for diabetics, I'm going to eat this on an empty stomach. I got my blood, putting it into my machine. And my baseline before the cookie is 87. All right, so let's get to cookie eating. I'm gonna start with the chocolate chip. Let's look at the macros. So for a chocolate chip cookie, we have 15 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs, and 9 grams of fiber. I love it. I love the macros so much. With 13 grams of carbs that are offset by 15 grams of fat and 5 grams of protein, really this should be no problem. So I'm gonna start here. We have the chocolate chip. And when I cut the cookie in half, you can see that there was very little crumble. It feels very, very moist, soft. This is not a crunchy, like butter-filled cookie. It's very, very thick and very, very soft. Let me take a bite. It tastes good. I like the taste. I feel a little bit like I'm eating bread rather than a cookie. I'm wondering if I like pop this in the air fryer and get it going a little bit, if maybe that will crisp up the texture a bit. There is butter in here, so I think that that might be an option because with how thick it is, it does kind of feel like I am biting into bread. Again, this tastes good. It tastes like a chocolate chip cookie. It's just very soft in texture. I can see how this cookie would actually be really, really filling. I taste the fat. I taste the protein in here. This wouldn't be like a light dessert that you have after a meal. It's tasty. So let's move on to the peanut butter cookie. I have my quarter right here, and I'm not typically a peanut butter cookie type of gal. I love Reese's peanut butter cups, but I don't know. I'm never drawn to a peanut butter cookie, but I'm gonna give these a try. Anyway, ooh, bubble in my throat. Okay, so macros on this guy. 15 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein, 18 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fiber. So compared to the chocolate chip cookie, same amount of fat and protein, but higher carbs and higher fiber. Ooh, it smells very strongly of peanut butter. I'm gonna just look at the ingredient list really quick. So again, that same base of almond flour, coconut flour, erythritol, monk fruit, but there's natural peanut butter in here. Eggs, butter, vanilla, xanthan gum, baking soda, and salt. So I love that really these are clean-ish cookies. Like there's very minimal ingredients, just the basic of what you need. And when I cut this in half, you could see that it's a little bit more crumbly in texture, but actually feeling it now, it feels very, very comparable to the peanut butter cookie. Again, also pretty thick, though it might have that bready feel again, but let me see. The peanut butter taste, very strong. And I actually really like this flavor. It's way more flavorful than the chocolate chip cookie, and it definitely fits its peanut butter name for sure. Ooh, I like that. The texture is pretty much identical to that chocolate chip cookie. Again, if I pop this in the oven or the air fryer, I think it would make a world of difference in terms of texture. Obviously, almond flour and coconut flour is not as light as regular flour. So my teeth are having to kind of chew through this a little bit more. And one thing that I'm sure we all notice for those of us who have tried erythritol or monk fruit, it has kind of that cooling sensation in your mouth. I can taste the cooling sensation a little bit, which I'm not a fan of. But again, we're talking about a keto, diabetic friendly cookie here. So there's gonna have to be some concessions, and using erythritol is obviously gonna be one of them. All right, so last one, let's go to the whoopie pie. So I'm gonna be eating half of the half to make, again, that whole 1 serving cookie serving size to test my blood sugar. This one looks actually the least appetizing to me. I'm not a big fan of icing, and there's a whole bunch of icing stuck in the middle of this guy. And as you can see, it is very, very soft, very, very mushy, kind of falling apart in my, oh, a whole bunch just fell on the floor. Yeah, it's just kind of coming apart. It's not really holding together. I'm sure if you just kind of pop it in the fridge for an hour or two, it'll probably hold its shape better, but it's just a lot of icing, which I don't like. I mean, I guess that's what a whoopie pie is though. I guess I'm just not a fan of whoopie pie. Yeah, as I'm holding it, kind of the brownie pieces are just kind of dripping onto my plate. But here we go. Let's give this one a try. I'm just eating icing because like most of the cookie part has fallen onto my plate here. This is definitely my least favorite. I don't want to be eating it, but I'm going to for this blood sugar experiment. I gotta eat it. It feels like oilier on my hands. It is very, very, very moist. The chocolate flavor is rich. And at this point now, I'm feeling very, very full. I think my kids would like this. It's very fudgy, sticks to my teeth, very rich. I have to finish this, right? Okay, I ate my half. I'm sure I have chocolate all in my teeth. Okay, the chocolate chip and the peanut butter, I like the flavor. The whoopie pie, it's too sweet for me. And because it's so thick, it makes the sweetness kind of explode even more. I realized I didn't go through the macros on the whoopie pie. 29 grams of fat, so almost double the fat content of the chocolate chip and the peanut butter cookie. 5 grams of protein, so same amount of protein as the other two cookies. 22 grams of carbs versus 13 grams for the chocolate chip, 18 grams for the peanut butter, and 19 grams of fiber. One cookie having 19 grams of fiber, I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. This will help you poop if you eat this cookie. So now that I've eaten my 1 serving of cookie using these 3 different varieties, I'm going to test my blood sugar in an hour, see where it lands, and then test my blood sugar again in 2 hours to see where I land. I have a good feeling. I have a feeling that my blood sugar will be fine, but let's actually look at the numbers and see. All right, so I'll check back in an hour. All right, I'm 1 hour in. I am doing my check. And what I noticed in this past hour was that my mouth feels very, very, very sweet, like there's been a lot of sugar in there. My head is pounding just a little bit, but that could be due to stress. And I did notice like within the first 30 minutes, my heart rate was beating a little bit faster and a little bit harder than my usual baseline. So those are just some things to take into consideration. Now let's see where my blood sugar is at. 105. So I started off at 87. Now I'm at 105, which is, I mean, that's good. It only went up 18 points. Is that right? So it went up 18 points. Again, this is a cookie on an empty stomach, which if I had a cookie, a traditional cookie on an empty stomach, my blood sugar, I'm sure would have spiked up into the 160s, 170s, possibly 180s. So 105 is ideal. See 105 right there. I'm going to check my blood sugar again at the 2 hour mark, but I just wanted to quickly kind of go over the taste test portion and my thoughts on the cookies in general. So I personally will not buy these numb cookies again. I am very picky about what I like and what I don't like. It's just a matter of personal preference. I think there will be a lot of people out there who are gonna love these cookies. It just isn't personally for me. It's not something that I would go out of my way to order like online or buy at Costco, just because it was fine. I just didn't really like it that much. Yeah, so that is my kind of review for the cookie portion of it, but I would encourage all of you guys to give it a try because you might really, really like it. And then if it's good for your blood sugar and you really like it, then that's a win-win. So I will check back in with you guys in 2 hours. All right, back for my 2 hour check. I'm excited to get this done because I am hungry. I have half of a burrito, no beans, no rice, just carne asada, shrimp, guacamole, bell peppers, waiting for me in the air fryer. So I am super excited about that. So let's get this last check on the road. My last reading for the 1 hour was at 105. It had gone up 18 points from my pre-meal number. Now I'm at 97. Not bad at all. So I would say that my conclusion is that these numb desserts really did not impact my blood sugar too much. So in that sense, in terms of my personal blood sugar, this was a win. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and leave down in the comments below if Num Gourmet desserts is something that you would like to try. And if you did go ahead and give it a try already, let me know what you think. I left in the description box below the link to their website where you can order directly and have it shipped to you. And if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and check out my homepage. I have blood sugar friendly recipe videos. I have a bunch of blood sugar experiment videos, etc., etc. So go ahead and check that out, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.